now having been sent to the states for ratification. But while they were signing the document, Frank was saying somewhere about right here, was looking at that chair behind him. And he said this. On the crest rail of that chair is this. Kind of hard to see when you're looking at the original chair, but this is what's on the back of the chair. And what he said was this in his document. He said, all through the course of the session, I looked at that behind the president without being able to tell whether it was rising or setting. Now I have the happiness to know that it is a rising and not a setting sun. And what did he mean by that statement? Well, what he meant was they put everything on the line for this new nation, and they had won, and it was a rising sun. But it almost at times went the other way, and it could have been a setting sun in this new nation. Now, I'm going to tell you a little secret. I don't want to leave this room. Right? Okay. Anytime you have any of the presidents that come to this building, and they come into this room, or any foreign dignitaries of high stature that come to this building and they come into this room, what do you think the first thing they want to do is? They want to sit in that chair. What do you think the first thing they don't get to do is? Sit in that chair. Because as soon as we find out that they're coming, we take that chair out and put an exact reproduction in its place. And that's what they get to sit. Nobody sits in Washington's chair. Not even the President of the United States. Not the father of this country. So next time any of them come over for lunch to your house, don't tell them that they sat in the reproduction of the chair. The items in the room are 18th century period antiques, 18th century. Most of the winter chairs made here in Philadelphia. 90% of the stuff on the tables are original pieces of literature, books, candlesticks. The walking stick here on the Virginia table didn't belong to Thomas Jefferson. But we're not sure if that's the walking stick that he used when he came here. But it did belong to Thomas Jefferson. We have a quill pen on the Belvoir table. Used to sign the Declaration of Independence. The inkstand on the table. It's a reproduction of the Phillips inkstand. It was used to sign both the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution. The original is kept right next door to the West Wing if you haven't seen it already. If you haven't seen it, you're welcome to go over to the West Wing. There's also 3 important historical documents over there as well. Copy that Colonel John Nixon writes to the public for the very first time on July 8, 1776, is on display over there in the West Wing. Along with George Washington's working copy of the Constitution and a copy of the Articles of Confederation. 3 important historical documents that were printed here in Philadelphia that are older than the ones that were in the National Archives by 2 to 3 weeks because they were printed first. And enhanced copies of copies such as those. The inkstand is also over there. One side has the documents on display, the other side has the inkstand. It was made in 1752 by Philip Sing. That's why it's called the inkstand. Same year with the Liberty Bell right here in Philadelphia. Congress Hall is built on the corner. If you want to see where Congress met from 1790 to 1800, when Philadelphia would serve as a temporary capital of the United States, you can see it in that building there. They give you a tour every 20 minutes. There are no tickets required for either building. The West Wing